Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, got the cards ready. Let me just breathe. Let me just breathe for a second. Let just catch my breath. Just catch it. Okay. All right. Hello, Charlie. It seems like it's been forever since I've said that. Hello, Oscar. Okay, let's get started. Ooh. I asked what this conversation was going to be about, and what I heard is a tsunami of powerful change is coming. Have you ever seen what happens to a person who tries to stand in the way of a tsunami to like control it, to change its direction, to stop it? Have you ever seen someone be able to do that? A tsunami of powerful change is coming. And man, these cards. Ooh. Damn. Okay. Oh, I didn't grab myself water. Okay, let me ask my kid to please grab me water. Hopefully. Okay. Let me just. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be really intense today because I'm trying a new supplement. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hi, Jamie. Oh, my people is here. Okay, guys. These 9 cards. Whew. Ooh. Okay. First and foremost, you are being activated. You are being called upon. You are being invoked, or your soul is invoking the aspects of you that are ready to go to war for you. These cards are telling me everything. First, the part of you, again, that's willing to go to war for you, it's being woken up. It's being woken up. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Your power will no longer be contained, and you will no longer be able to hide how powerful you are. I'm getting chilled. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. Let's claim this, you guys. Let's claim all it is. Let's claim all it is. Let's claim it. Let's claim it. Seriously. Now, your higher self is pointing out that there have been upside down cycles, right? These upside down cycles have been going on for quite some time. Ooh, damn. Nothing's going to come of it at this point because you're not going to allow it anymore. You need to let the mother freaking lion out of its cage. Let the lion of truth out of its cage. Damn. This, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm hot. Ooh. Why would it do that? Why did it remove your account? I'm wondering if you're being used as a sign. I'm very sorry that happened to you. I'm very, very sorry that happened to you. I hope you're able to get it back. But I'm receiving that as confirmation. that there are things that are going to happen. Okay. Create a new account. Create a new account, and maybe our community can follow you so that you have a fresh energy. Whatever happens right now, allow yourself to view it as a redirection by soul, right? Fresh energy, fresh algorithm. Or first, set the intention. If that account is, absolutely necessary, you will get it back. If it's a redirection by soul, right? Um, let soul know, hey, then don't give it back to me, which I know that's hard, especially you put so much work into it. And let me simply create a new account where a very wholesome, loving, supportive, protective community can come to support me, follow me, spread my message, my posts, and let this fresh start be the thing that really propels me forward fast, very, very fast, right? There are things that happen that are beyond our awareness, and it's for our benefit. So hold to that. Hold to that thought of my soul is protecting me from something. And that's why that was taken down either temporarily, or I'm being guided by soul to go and restart, a fresh start. Okay. Always see, or try to see, um, the ways in which your soul is providing for every need without you necessarily being aware. Okay. So manifestation in reverse, these upside down cycles, whoever it is, because it seems like there's quite a few different people involved in the foolery and effery. Um, you know, that's going to be something that is not going to be allowed to continue. It's not. It's not. Okay. It's going to be something that is going to help you to move forward. Whatever this is, there's a huge shakeup that's happening. There's a pulling back. I don't know if you guys have ever seen videos of tsunamis. Um, Before the tsunami actually arrives, the water recedes. It recedes in a very significant way, the pulling back. So I think for some of us, we're already seeing how soul is pulling back, right? So whatever this is, they're trying to create a situation. I don't know who they are. It might be a person, it might be multiple people, it might be a consciousness, something not human. It might just be an energy, a pattern, whatever they refers to. It's trying to create something that's upside down. It comes from a toxic feminine space. I don't want to be misunderstood as that, what I just said, that I'm communicating women are toxic. No, this is a toxic feminine space. This is one of jealousy. This, like, if you think of all the characteristics of when a woman is actually toxic, that's all what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This comes from a space of jealousy, competition, comparison, all kind of like really ugly things. And it's focused on you. So this literally could be a person, or it literally could be some type of energetic being, consciousness, whatever it is you're dealing with. It don't matter. They're being weakened. Every single last one of them being weakened, left and right, weakening, weakening, weakening. All the things that have tried to stand against you, one by one being plucked away, one by one being plucked away, one by one being plucked away. when you hear Michael is telling me to say this, when you hear me repeat something 3 times, I've been in a silly ass mood all day. When you hear me repeat something 3 times, that's really me speaking into being that which I'm wanting to manifest for myself. Can it be that toxic feminine, but a group of men? Yeah, the feminine energy is a creation energy. It's not about women. It's not about females. It's not about people who identify as female or who are feminine in their energy per se. Well, it's a toxic feminine energy. It could absolutely be a group of men. It could be a group of llamas. It's an energy. It's a type of energy form. Yeah, it could absolutely be men. Um, you know, that's why I'm like, I'm not sure how this is showing up in your guys' life. It's just that you need to know this. If this is resonating with you and you're like, oh my God, I need to listen to this, the message is probably for you. It's probably for you. Okay. Damn. Soul is not playing about you no more. I'm telling you, soul is not playing about you. Let me drink some water. I hope I don't feel like this all day. I took a thermogenic supplement, the starter amount. I feel like I gotta run. Shit. But I'm also very tired. I was working out for 3.5 hours. But my heart feels like it's we gotta run. We gotta run. It's not anxiety, it's just like I can't sit still. Oh, but the reality is I can never sit still. Okay, so you need to discern which patterns are upside down, and those are the ones that are being addressed, these upside down patterns. Okay. What you need to do as you begin to realize which upside down patterns are being addressed, you need to unify with all your parts. I mean, we already got the first message, right? The first message, let's see. The part of you that's ready to go to war for you, it's not going to be contained. It's being let out of its cage. It's you gotta just you gotta you gotta let it happen. Let me tone it down. I feel like some people are receiving the intensity of my energy, and it's like, no, it doesn't have coffee in it. It's all herbal stuff. It's all herbal stuff. You will acclimate. Utilize this energy. You will acclimate. You will acclimate. I'm talking to myself. And if it resonates with you, let it resonate with you. Utilize this, focus it, harness it, harness it, harness it. Focus, 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 right? Focus, focus, focus. Ooh, Reverend. Reverend says, don't tone anything down. Exactly. But you have to harness it. You have to focus. You have to know how to use it, how much of it to use. That is what you need to focus on, right? So I'm reminding myself, focus, 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 girl, focus. Oh, what did I just do? I just pressed it too many times. All right. All right. So there is a heat that's being delivered, right? This fire, this passion. Right now, it's upside down. This is telling me that for those this message is going to resonate with, where you're needing to unify your parts, you're not doing this in an angry, out of control way. Anger, oh my God, is a powerful fuel. That emotion, Jesus Mariosip. That's a phrase in my native language, my first language. Jesus Mariosip. Naku naman. That means Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Oh my God. That's what that means. We ain't just calling Jesus, we call him the whole motherfucking family. The whole motherfucking family. You need to harness this emotion if that's what you're feeling. Don't just feel it and then lash out. That's a waste. That's a waste. It's like the difference between using that heat as a laser, precise, cutting out that diseased part, right? Cauterizing as it cuts it out, or using a mother freaking explosive. Like, no, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. It's just destructive, right? So, what needs to happen is you need to slow down and really harvest all the parts, unify all of these components that soul is giving you, because there's something extremely important that you're going to need to use that for. It's extremely important. This change is setting you up for tremendous opportunities that are to your benefit. Think in terms of healing, think in terms of work opportunities, friendships, connections, soul based connections. And I'm not just talking about, oh, you shared a past life. Like, sometimes, oftentimes in my case, when we share a past life, it's not always good. Do you know how many people I've met who I shared a past life with who've done me so mother freaking dirty in that life? One person, I came across them a couple years ago, and it turned out I had a past life history with them, and they basically essayed me before unaliving me. Mhm. Yep, and they had the same fixation in this life, and I was just like, "Ha, I'm not demure in this life. I'm not demure in this life. No, no way. No way." Right? Another person, um, they wanted into my life, into my trusted circle. They claimed they were a trusted one. And the past life that we had, they abducted my child, my newborn. Like, no. This is a life where all of us who have agreed to, which pretty much everyone, this is the life where we are reconnecting with all of these people we have unfinished business with, and we are leveling that shit. We are clearing the ledger board if you consciously choose to. This is why I'm reconnecting with so many people from previous lives who have done me so fucking dirty. And I'm like, not in this life, motherfucker. This life, this time, I'm a fucking fight because I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I'm worth fighting for. I'm telling myself, reminding myself. I know for most of our community, you guys are good people, very good people. You'll fight for others. You protect others. You will go out of your way to help provide for others in whatever way you can, whether it's a kind word, whether it's, a donation, whether it's an offer. Like, that's how our community is. When was the last time you did this for yourself? When was the last time you showed up for yourself in that way? When was the last time you fought for yourself? I think this is going to be the time that you do it. At least you're being presented the option of fighting for yourself now, speaking up for yourself, no longer allowing, no longer standing idle while things are done that are intended to hurt you, harm you, destroy you. No more. We've been saying this for how many videos? No more. No more. No more. Being a good person to unkind people. It's not going to prove to them that you're a good person and deserve the kind of respect you give them. It's not. Unfortunately, I've learned this the hard way many, many times. Let me actually show you guys something. For most of you, you're familiar. You're familiar with the things that have been being said and spread about me for quite some weeks at this point. Right? Right. I'm going to share this. Give me 1 second. Some of these things I'm gonna have to just kind of edit real quick. Some of the things they just need to be called out. Some things I'm gonna edit real quick. Alrighty. So let's see here. Okay. This right here. All right. So this is the first one I'll show you guys. This is hilarious. For many of you guys, you've heard me say that the things being done right now, they're not new things. They are not new things. They're not. They're not new things. These are things that I have already been through. I'm not tripping, but this time I'm going to go ahead and not allow it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When you identify someone as a toxic person that they are, then you need to act appropriately. Let me just. I'm going to show you guys a couple things. Okay. These are simply patterns. These are simply patterns. And you need to be aware of what this pattern is trying to tell you. You just need to. Okay. All right. So, first and foremost, let's see this. I'm all about calling people out at this point. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Oh, where is it? Here we go. Hello. Hello, hello. Let me go ahead and further expand this. This is from 2017. So when I say I've been at this for quite some time, this is from 2017. So this person posts, there's someone out there, I'm not saying any names, but be careful who you give permission to scan to work on you. They could be a demon playing to be a light worker, medium, whatever. And yes, they act like angels on their lives that they can't have anymore. Hint, hint. Because my account was taken down. And they do take your soul like a troll. Trust me, I know mine was taken. Every move this person makes, why they're ghosts and fear me behind from something in life they can't face. I don't even know what the fuck you're saying, sir. Watch this person go down the wrong path and they're going to say, I'm the bad person. We'll see at the end of this who's really the demon. Stay safe, my friends. If you have any questions on how to defend yourself or even get rid of this demon, please contact me. Does that sound familiar to the things that are being said about me right now? I'll tell you how this ended. I filed a report. It wasn't anonymous. I filed a report with the FBI. And the things that were being done were so grievous that I actually was assigned an FBI agent who then contacted them. And it ended with, after several months, they emailed me, this is stupid. Can we just be friends again? No, the fuck we can't. You defrauded me. You defrauded me and publicly announced that you paid someone nearly $2,000 to curse my children. No, the fuck, we cannot be friends. Never addressed it publicly. Just quietly went about my way, right? I'm not repeating that cycle this time. The tsunami of change that is coming is a tsunami that is forcing me to let that lion out of its motherfucking cage. Another case in point, this person had a lapse of judgment. This is a screenshot from a public live stream, so it's not like I'm sharing anything that's private. This was also from, I think, 2017, if I remember right, which I don't really remember. I believe this was from 2017. Came on my live stream last night. Love and light to me, right, Pisces, right? At which point I said, "Oh, hey, I remember you. Didn't you go on a live stream talking shit about me just because you found out I'm not vegan?" Yo, karmic consequences for eating low vibrational foods such as meat. That's his face when he realized I was told about his live stream that was focused strictly on me and trying to demonize me. Same thing that's happening right now. Same thing that's happening right now, right? That he was going to destroy me and get me taken off social media because I'm evil. He went mute last night. When I pointed out, I still remembered. When I say I take screenshots of everything, everything that I have terabyte upon terabyte upon terabyte, that's just been sitting for years. For years, just been sitting. Every aspect of my life is documented from the first time I live streamed. That tsunami of powerful change that's coming. Maybe in my situation, it has more to do with terabyte upon terabyte upon terabyte of documentation. I don't exaggerate anything. I am quite possibly the most literal person you will ever come across. I am autistic, high functioning autism. So when I say I'm literal, right? This tsunami of change, it's going to clear all that upside down cycle out. You need to let it. You need to let it. Let it clear all of that out. Don't be afraid. Tsunamis make a mess, but they also clear the space. They clear the space. And a space is being cleared so that you can sit at a table that was prepared just for you. It was prepared just for you by Creator itself. The gravity of it. The gravity of what you are being offered. The intensity of this energy. It's fueling, 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 fueling. Whatever it is you're going to face, they think they formed alliances, but you are about to dismantle the entire thing. For some, this is about maybe a group of people that's been trying to bully you, right? Trying to sabotage your efforts, trying to do whatever it is they've been doing. You're not a victim, okay? For many of us, we've become passive participants. And I say passive participants because we haven't actually done anything to stop it. You don't deserve it. You didn't initiate it. But what have you done to stop it? Your health and well being is your responsibility. When people start to do things to disrupt your peace, to degrade your health and well being, you have to stomp that shit out. You have to. I'm still learning this. I'm still learning this. Let me tell you, I've done my toe stretches. I put on my river dancing shoes, and I'm about to river dance on these motherfuckers. It's time. I love myself now. I won't allow the same things I allowed before. I love myself now. If you are an externalized reflection of me, then that means I am an externalized reflection of you. And if I'm in a space where I'm finally loving myself appropriately and no longer allowing people to be hurtful and harmful to me intentionally with zero provocation, that means you're about there as well, if not already there. It's an uncomfortable space. As I've been navigating things behind the scenes privately for some things that I've been needing to deal with, it's been difficult. It's been difficult because, again, it's me feeling like, it's just stupid. I mean, and I'm so fucking thankful. So grateful that someone I deeply, deeply trust and adore made me aware of a living shield. A shield that was formed at Harvard Legal. So it's like, yeah, things are different this time. Things are different this time. They need to be allowed to be different for you as well. If we are to continue to be mirrors of each other, then you need to reflect this type of shift. You don't have to copy me. You don't necessarily have to take aggressive legal action, but you have to stand up for yourself. When you say no more, it has to mean something. It has to be paired with intention and energy. Because until it is, no more are just two words you strung together. That's all it is. Two words you put together that mean nothing. When you pair the intention and the actions with the two words no more, it becomes something powerful. Because you deserve to be protected in a powerful way. First and foremost, by you choosing to do so. And if necessary, Creator will bring you other people who will help to facilitate certain aspects of a process that you chose to initiate. This is important. To all my would-be bullies, thank you. Thank you. I was getting chaotic within myself before you began. And your presence, although you wanted a reaction out of me, see the way the cards came out. No. All it did was remind me, hey, girl, you need to recenter. You've not been maintaining yourself in an appropriate way. You've been doing too much. You've been putting more and more and more on your plate. And you need to be reminded. Whenever I go through periods like this, because I've been through quite a few at this point, I've really studied the patterns. Again, autistic, adore patterns. I love it. I love to see the pattern in everything. And I'm very good at observation, very silent, unobtrusive observation. People think they're getting away with shit, but you're not. You're not. You're not. I see everything. I see the patterns and I can connect them. And what I've seen in my life, whenever I go through a period like this, a period where there's so much adversity focused on me, God is giving me something to push against. I am being provided the very surface that will give me the friction that is necessary to launch me all the fucking way forward. I'm going to read you guys something. Because I want the changes that are being loaded in my template to be palpable for our entire community. All right. I'm reintroducing myself to the world. So I wrote a little something. Pioneering the field of etheric quantum medicine. Oof, it's increasing emotion. Emmy Nicolina Garcia has worked tirelessly through the years to provide thousands of people struggling with pain, physiological pathology, emotional disturbances, addiction struggles, energetic infestations, and more, the relief they so desperately need. With medical diagnostic results showing messianic level of healing work, Emmy continues to openly assist those who are not able to find relief from their struggles strictly through allopathic medicine and traditional treatment plans. Emmy is a natural born quantum divergent. As a child, she was precocious, and her inquisitive nature led to her teaching herself many subjects as soon as she began to read. Her appetite for learning was and still is voracious. With her unique ability to process information quickly and make quantum leaps in her assessment of various circumstance, she was often able to see the root of any given issue faster than all the adults in her environment. This natural ability became a superpower when she decided as a young child to become a cardiothoracic surgeon with a secondary specialty in neurology. Because of her deep love for medical literature from early childhood, the stage was set for her to fulfill a destiny. As a profoundly gifted medical intuitive and advanced morphogenetic recodement engineer. As life progressed, she realized in her young adulthood that God had other plans for her. Plans to help people in ways modern science would struggle to explain. Emmy was born with a deep awareness of an advanced celestial knowledge called aura spectra bioregenesis. It's a system unique to her. The system is called Kokoro 33. It powerfully melds together multiple healing modalities. Drawing from her intact memories from her previous lives, Emmy has successfully brought together a healing modality that addresses mind, body, and eternal spirit simultaneously. She teaches classes rich with information and techniques rooted in this ancient knowledge that she was born remembering. When not instructing her students, Emmy conducts life-changing private sessions. Some clients have continued services with Emmy for nearly her entire public career, spanning close to 10 years. Even with a full schedule, Emmy finds time to share her ministry with the public through daily long-form live streams on her YouTube channel. She donates her free time to a private congregation space as a senior pastor of the faith-based organization she formed for her virtual community. Yes, Emmy is also an ordained pastor. Known known by the world as simply Emmy Evolving. She continues to hone her skills and evolve her craft so that she may be an even greater gift to the world. With her family by her side, she lives life fully immersed in her soul's purpose. I'm not in this to become famous or to build a following. I am publicly visible simply to be witnessed by any who choose to see me in the truth and gravity of who I actually am. And I think for our community, for many of us, we've entered into a space where we're being asked to understand what it is that soul is actually asking of us. Mm. You have walking testimonies in the form of all of us and the future lives you will inevitably touch. Regardless of what I don't understand about myself, my journey, and my purpose, I trust you guys. And if you believe that, if you feel that in your heart, that I've affected you beneficially to some degree, that you're now existing as a walking testimony to me and my integrity, I believe you. I won't try and convince you otherwise anymore. I believe you. And thank you for existing as my truth living outside of my body. Remember, the emotions are your fuel, right? The emotions are your fuel. Part of the emotions you need to make sure you feel at some point throughout the day is gratitude. Gratitude, right? Um, oh. Could you guys write me testimonies? Because if I'm not going to hide anymore, then the gravity of the work I do needs to be tangible for people who don't know me. It needs to come from those who have actually experienced me. And I have greatly resisted providing the proof from the words of others. Simply because I still wanted to hide. You guys can send it to my email. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I'll put it on the screen. contact@emmyevolving.com. Whatever you guys want to write, you go ahead and write it. And I'll be sharing that on my website. I'll be sharing it in my Hoobie. I'll be sharing it everywhere. And I'll also create a Google review, a Google business page, actually. Okay. One second. What is this? Okay. This is going to be bookmarked because you have violated federal law. Evolving is a trademark that's existed before your post. That's an intellectual property infringement. You're in big trouble, Chloe Connor. Big trouble. All right. I don't have a Google business page. I thought I did. I think I deleted it, to be honest. I think I deleted it. I have to allow the tsunami to carry me to where I belong. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. You have to allow the tsunami to carry you where you belong. Like, hey, Paul. Paul, can I share about the favor you asked of me in 2014? Because that was a time before Emmy existed. That was a time before Emmy existed. That was a time where I was just a broken girl who was afraid someone in the world would see what I was hiding. And there were people who were placed in my life in some type of way sort of existing as God letting me know, girl, you can't hide the gravity of the divinity I placed inside you. I've known Paul for quite some time. Quite some time. And despite me pretending to be normal and domesticated, Paul saw something. And one day he messaged. And really, this is the only favor he's ever asked of me. In all these years, this is the only favor he's ever asked of me, which shows the kind of heart you have, Paul. He asked me for a favor. His friend's daughter went missing. They thought she ran away, but he could feel something else was happening. So he asked me for clarity. And I told him she was trafficked. And he knew that I would know. I told him who trafficked her. I told them how they gained her trust. I told them where they were taking her. And it was your concern that led me to push beyond my fear. When I saw an opportunity, I used my abilities to have her call the police before they could cross her into Mexico. Their daughter was recovered. They wrote an article confirming everything that I said. I never spoke to the parents. She was rescued. She was reunited with her family. And I never shared it with you, Paul. I was aware of every single time they sold her. Because I was aware she existed. I was aware of everything they did to her. She only remembered about 30 people. It was more than that. It was more than that. And I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't take it. So I violated her sovereignty. I was in her body when she called. I called. I dialed 911 because I couldn't stand what they were going to do to her. And that weighed very, very heavy on my heart. I don't like to violate people's sovereign space. But I've never forgotten what they did to her. how many times she was sold in the days they had her. I've never forgotten. People can say what they want. They can paint me in whatever way they want. And all of this is doing nothing but helping me to come to terms, one degree at a time. Come to terms with the reality and the truth of what a gift I am to humanity. Even if I can't see it yet in the way that I should and need to see it, I cannot deny I was made different for a reason. And in my differences, people who are insecure, people who don't know what their purpose is, they will be intimidated and they will attack me and accuse me and attack me and accuse me and accuse me and accuse me. I know who I am. There is so much more to me that I still have not shared. And that is the tsunami, this uprising. Worlds within worlds, but it's in reverse. It's an emptying out of all the truths about you that you've been trying to hide from others, hide from yourself. Remember concealment and containment, these two cards at the very beginning, but they were in reverse because things are being emptied out, things are being allowed to be seen. The gravity of you is being asked to be witnessed. The truth of who you are is asked to being witnessed. That means if you're a good person, if you're a kind, loving, generous, good person, I know people haven't treated you very nice. They haven't been very kind in return. Your most beautiful parts have been exploited by some. The gravity of you is about to be seen by those who have the ability and the willingness to see you as you are. You are about to be validated. You've been selected. I just got an email. You've been selected. And for those who are not so good people, you motherfucking pieces of shit, your stench is being smelled. People will be made aware of your demonic shit. Michael says to say, I think in a figurative way, the blade that was forged for me is sharp on both sides. Everything about me, everything about our community is designed to cut through the bullshit no matter which way you swing that blade. We are cutting through the barriers. We are cutting through the chains. We are cutting through the bindings. All of that is being removed from all of you. And for the ones who still try and watch my live streams because you're trying to get some info on me, first, you're irrelevant. Know your place. You're irrelevant. Secondly, all the things that are trying to be done, it's going to be cut down to the core. Third, nothing is going to be cut for you. May you remain bound. May you continue to receive the very thing that you keep pushing out there. May it only affect you. And that's that. That's that. But for my community, all the shit that you've been through, all the things you've had to deal with, babe, it's done. Let it be done. Quit trying to dig it back up. It's done. It's been a really weird several months, but I finally am getting clarity on what soul is doing. It's giving me the opportunity to have closure on everything that was left open, all the wounds inflicted upon me through the years I've been publicly visible. I'm being given the opportunity to clean it out and stitch it up. But that requires contact, even just a little, with the people that need to be corrected. One by one, as they come forward to try another round, they will absolutely be corrected. The degree of correction depends on them. Yeah. So if I'm a reflection of you and you're a reflection of me, everything you've been through, if someone's come back around and they've done horrible things to you in the past, you know what that means. This is your opportunity for closure. Slam that fucking book shut before you burn it. Michael's reminding me of something I said once. What did I say? May the bridges I burn light my path back to me. Burn that bridge. Do not allow them to cross over it again. Burn that bridge. Finish off that chapter, close that book, burn that bridge, and toss the book onto it. It's done. You don't need the book because everything that happened, you will never forget because of the way you were treated. You are not a victim anymore. You are not even a survivor. You are a thriver. It's time to enter into a space of thriving now. Enter into that space of thriving. Allow yourself. Allow yourself. Thrive. Thrive. Be happy. Allow it. Allow it. Allow your healing. Release this belief that you are limited in what you can do. Your earthly existence, the only limits that exist are the ones you believe in. That's the only ones that exist. Your strength is being amplified to the degree that you don't need to hope that things turn out well for you. It's a given. You're going to make it happen. You're going to make everything go well for you because this is your time to allow yourself to do that. You don't even need the hope anymore. You need to enter into a space of gnosis. And gnosis is about knowing. I don't know how things will end up in my life, but I know it will be good. I know it will be something beautiful. Oh, Oh, I said, I don't know how it's going to end up, but I know it's going to be beautiful. And I was about to say, I don't know why I know this, um, before I could ask the question or state my lack of knowing. Soul gave me the answer. It will end up beautiful because I'm learning to have compassion for myself. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for yourself. Right? Have compassion. I'm going to pick 2 cards. Do either 1 or 2, whatever you feel drawn to. This is going to be a little bit of a mini reading, mini personal reading. This is a message from your soul. Okay. This tsunami of powerful change that's coming, in case you need a little bit more of a okay. In case you need a little bit more of personal type guidance from soul, pick 1 or 2. 1, 2, or 3. Gosh. Okay. Oh. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Miss Mendez. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. Oh, okay. So here's 1, 2, and 3. All right. I'm going to start with 3. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is going to be number 3. So those who chose number 3, ooh, it's card number 21. 1 plus 2 is 3. So that totally was awesome. All right. Card number 21. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oof. You'll likely be fortunate and win. Okay. You guys, I'm going to show you something. I've shared before that that slot machines are sensitive to electromagnetic fields. Right? And I know some people think I'm full of shit and making things up. I came across this. I'm so fucking honest. I can't bring myself to do it. It's just, it sucks. But I mean, I don't know. Look at this. Okay. For those who are in the Soul Sanctuary, we need to plan that trip to Vegas. We need to. We need to. Okay. Cause I mean, y'all, I can do this for my community. For my community. I can't do it for myself. It doesn't even matter how broke I am. I just can't fucking bring myself to do it for myself. All right, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Double diamond, double diamond, double diamond. That would have been $4,000. $4,000. And I'm like, ugh, God dang it. Look at this. This is a pay line. 777. That would have been, I think it was like 2000 or something like that, or $3,000, something like that, right? Bitch. Look at this shit. I'm so fucking irritated with myself. I am so irritated with myself seeing these things. Look at that. Gosh tootin' darn it. Gosh tootin' darn it. So yeah, that would have been $4,000 had it just dropped down one more click, which is not the same as a little too far, right? So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, for those in our soul sanctuary community, um, you know, we definitely need to plan a trip. It's not going to be announced publicly because we all know there's some fucking crazy ass people who would love to catch me outside. You're going to catch these hands, elbows, and knees, motherfucker, and forearm. Okay. So no, it's going to be a private trip on a serious note. It's going to be a private trip just for our online community. Yeah. All right. So those who chose the third card, it's card number 23. Luck is not chance, it's toil. Fortune's expensive smile is earned. You're just about ready to hit your mark. The sign of Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter and is a mutable fire sign. The ancient symbol for Sagittarius is a half man, half horse, known as a centaur, a creature trained in the art of archery who always manages to hit his mark no matter how far he roams. Whew. I'm telling you, just aim, right? Just aim. Don't scrunch your eye. You need both your eyes open when you aim. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where is it? When this card turns up in a reading, freedom at the current time is essential. You need to allow yourself to be free to be who you are and see things and feel things, experience things. Not everything in life can be avoided. Some things have to be experienced. And if it's something you have to experience, well, fucking enjoy it while you're doing it. You'll feel the need to fight against restrictions of any kind and want everything out in the open. You want to know where you stand. If your question pertains to a relationship, you or your partner need to be given extra space and looser reins. You may find yourself especially philosophical at the current time and even studying religions which may not have appealed to you before. Interestingly, Sagittarius is a sign representing large animals, especially horses and big dogs. You may soon be acquiring a new pet, or it may be that animals are already a big part of your life. Like those beautiful beasts, you love the sense of wildness and being in the open air. You may soon travel to areas with vast countrysides or regions with mountains and lakes that you want to explore. You might embrace a new philosophy, enroll in classes of higher learning, or begin to study churches or religions. Oh my God. Hold up. Hold up. Baneful protection workshop. Mm, 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 mm. I think for some of you, this is an indication that you need to learn to enforce those boundaries aggressively, not to target people. That's not, I would never teach you that, but to be able to hold your ground and assert yourself aggressively. Because I think for some, just being assertive is no longer enough. Also, for some of you, it's not the baneful protection workshop that you're being guided towards. It's about learning how to simply maintain your energy. Energy maintenance is an important thing as part of a manifestation plan. If you cannot maintain your energy, if you don't know how to recharge, you don't know how to clear your chakras and have a full or a clear central chakra channel, like full flow, no obstructions, that's going to interfere with your manifestation attempts. Okay. So those are some of the things that you guys might want to consider. You might embrace a new philosophy, enroll in classes of higher learning, or begin to study churches or religions. A visit to a casino or another area where gambling takes place could likely come about. You'll likely be fortunate and win in this venture as long as you don't proceed recklessly. It's a good time to take a gamble. Hey, I'm telling y'all, when our community goes on our casino trip, um, yeah, let me tell you, I'm absolutely willing to MICRO dose, MICRO microdose. Because that will flow energy a lot more potent. I'm not talking about just hitting some rinky dink 777. I'm talking about hitting jackpots. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I tell you, I'd be so happy and so generous. I'd be like, you win, and you win, and you win twice. Yes. Your future looks promising because you're ready to expand and grow beyond your limits. If you do encounter difficulties, you will surmount them easily and move forward to your next lucky break in life, which should be coming soon. So y'all about to just strike it rich. Strike it rich. All right. So let's see. Now we're doing 1. This is card number 1. If you chose card number 1, this part is for you. God, don't give up on me yet. Y'all, let me tell you, I was at the gym working my ass off. I was doing some big back workouts because I want a big back. And I was absolutely lifting heavy to Jesus songs. I love that song, Yet by Kingdom Come. Oh my God, it was on repeat. All right. Those who chose card number 3, or those who chose number 3, you got card 52. Wait, what? No, 1. Those who chose 1. Sometimes I love ya. Michael says you're he was talking shit to me. It was card number 1. Those who chose number 1, you have card 52. Void of course, moon missing. The moon is a friend for the lonesome to talk to. All is not as it seems. The void of course moon card can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question. As it is now, the results may not be what you want. What is a void of course moon? The moon travels through an entire zodiac in 27 and a half days. There is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. It's as if the moon has gone to sleep. Her wisdom is being withheld until she moves into a new sign and the moon begins a new chapter or story. The usual axiom for starting things on a void of course moon is nothing will come of the matter. So, the things that you don't want to come to fruition, initiate that. Initiate that. Don't put all this effort into it, just initiate it because then it's going to fizzle and go the fuck away. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time, it will end up far worse than you planned. You've been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something or you weren't paying close enough attention, but you won't be able to set the situation right at the current time. This card says to sit still and stay as you are. So just focus, self healing, centering, taking accountability for everything that you've done, right? For everything that you have done. You have to. if you've made mistakes, if you've made missteps, if you have said or done something to someone you love, or even just someone that you have to work with or whatever, that is not a good, accurate representation of you, your integrity, your compassion, your kindness, you need to apologize. And no, you can't be like, well, I mean, I did start it, but Emmy, they did some fucked up shit too. I don't give a shit. Your soul don't give a shit. Fucking say sorry. Say sorry. Don't say, I'm sorry, but you also did something. That's not an apology. I don't know why I'm riled up. Um, maybe don't apologize right now, but this is the process you need to enter into. Okay. This is a process that you need to enter into. This card says to sit still and stay as you are, just thinking, considering. How did you co create whatever happened that you don't like? How can you correct this? Right? Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. Don't try and rush it. It's going to backfire. Let it settle. Let it settle. Okay. Let it become a little bit quiet, a little bit more calm. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference. Don't bail anyone out or make loans currently because it's unlikely you'll be repaid. Medical results will probably not be accurate. If your question is about a job or a career move, then it's not the right one. If you apply for a job and get hired, it will not be long lasting. Take the job anyways. If you need the money, take the job anyways, as long as it resonates with you. But just, kind of be clear with yourself that this is not a long term job. This is just going to tide me over until the actual job becomes available. Okay. Um, it's possible you get hired and then a more suitable job will come along and you'll have to leave the first one. See what I'm saying? I love it. After a long and costly effort, your matter in question may fail. People around you may start behaving like screw ups. Second winners. Second winners. It could be that great passions are playing against you. Discipline is needed. It's not a time to act impulsively. Whatever you do as your routine will stay as it is. However, matters that are unplanned or spontaneous will tend to work out for you. A void of course moon can be used to your benefit, so keep this in mind when this card shows up. For instance, you can work on something you don't really want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. In other words, when the void of course moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, then they will be very likely, then it will be very likely they will not come about. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the void of course moon card turns up. So this is really a time to go deep within yourself, like really just let soul bring to you the thoughts, the feelings, the memories that need to be brought forward so you can get a clear idea of how you co created whatever hardship you're struggling to process. Taking ownership will help in the processing. It's not about blame. Ownership, accountability is not about blame. It's about recognizing how powerful you are in the cultivation of your experiences. You have a lot of say in that. There are some things you have to experience, but the way you experience it is what you have the say in. You can experience it as a peaceful, life altering, beneficial thing, or you can view it as something super destructive and a punishment. You're still going to go through it. The second option is going to make it worse for you. It's going to make it much worse. But hey, sometimes when we do that, um, it'll definitely increase your capacity to learn. It will elevate the lessons and benefit you in the long run, but it's going to definitely be much harder. Um, it's a good time to dream and even make plans. Just don't act on them yet. Hold off. Do not plan a wedding if this card comes up. Keep in mind the time is not yet ripe. You want it ripe. Okay. So the last card, excuse me. If you chose number 2, Your card is card number 18. Oops, sorry. If you chose number 2, your card is number 18. Virgo, I analyze. Mhm. I didn't realize Virgos could be really like vindictive. I saw a video that was talking about that, like Virgos can be vindictive. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think I think people say Virgos can be that way because they were expecting to get away with their bullshit, but Virgo documented everything. Virgo isn't a major placement for me. I'm just saying. All right, card number 18, Virgo, I analyze. Ooh, August 23rd through to September 22nd. Mhm. I'm sorry. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight, right? Worry and organization are the key traits of the sign Virgo and of this card. Virgo is picky and exacting. They can be insanely organized. They are very helpful to others. They tend to be critical, but usually this criticism is applied to themselves. They are conscientious and highly intelligent. Virgo natives prefer to step back and analyze before moving ahead. Virgos are true worrywarts. Much of their worry focuses on health, possible disasters, and any sudden change which they dread. They would much prefer a return to simpler times. And I think what's happening right now is that you're being given the opportunity to return to a simpler time based on your selection of what option you're going to live through. All right. Let's see. Um, Virgos shy away from chaos and detest disarray. It isn't unusual for Virgo natives to keep books and musical collections in alphabetical order. The everyday chaos of life causes them to fret, leaving them restless and nervous. So, are you restless and nervous? Um, maybe that is an indication that you need to begin organizing some of the things in your life, right? Like, kind of maybe making a master list of what needs to be addressed first. Let's see. If this card presents itself during a reading, look to concerns about health, lifestyle, and your job. If you're expecting things to go normally or as planned, that will not likely be the case. Watch out for critical people who seem to pick at all you do, or perhaps you're now the picky person. Your mind may be beleaguered by worries, some of them health related. Other worries may be the things that have gotten out of control. This card sometimes indicates hospital doors, meaning medical tests and visits to the doctor. Alternative health approaches and a better diet may appeal to you now. Oh, that's telling me that for those who chose number 2, you're probably entering into a massive ascension cycle and you need some support through that, dietary support. So for some of you, you're going to just naturally be led um, to a short fasting period, right? You're not going to be hungry. For others of you, you're going to be very hungry and you're going to want fresh things, fresh fruit, fresh veggies. You're going to kind of not really want meat or animal products. That's probably your soul letting you know your frequency needs to be raised. And you can very easily raise um, an unnaturally low frequency by going on a vegan diet for however long your body says to be on that. It's going to be something that varies from person to person. It really just depends, right? Oh, and then for others of you, you're already very high frequency and it's a little too high, and you need some grounding so that you can feel stabilized, less frantic, less anxious. And you're going to be drawn to eat ridiculous amounts of like meat, animal product, dairy, things like that, ice cream, probably even some junk food. Um, and usually, what happens if you're eating junk food, That's usually your soul is trying to let you know your frequency is a little too high. You're becoming destabilized. It's hard for you to center and ground. So then it encourages you to go ahead and eat these foods that will crash your frequency. But because you're so high frequency already, it's not going to crash you too much. It's just going to kind of level you out a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Dealing with health issues, the workings of your own body, as well as those of your family or friends, may factor in, but you could be beleaguered by worries that border on hypochondria. So maybe don't Google so much. For some of us, like we see a symptom and then we start to Google and then we fuck ourselves over because now we're like, we're dying. don't, don't. If you're really concerned, then go schedule an appointment with your doctor. They can do the appropriate medical diagnostic testing. And if it comes out as inconclusive or, all your levels are fine, just believe that. Because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the symptoms you're experiencing are very much rooted in energy. You're being sensitized to energy. And so all of these different symptoms, you're like, oh my God, something's happening to me, but it's really just energy. It's always a good idea to get checked by the doctor so that you'll have, a very solid idea and don't have to worry, right? But yeah. Let's see. You may feel you have every disease you read or learn about. Don't Google stuff too much. You may begin to have symptoms with little explanation as to why they occur. You may go for medical tests, but this card does not necessarily indicate a serious illness. So for most, it's a thing of like you're just going through a process. Your body is adjusting to something and you're okay. But again, if you're very concerned, make an appointment to see your doctor. Okay? Just to alleviate that fear. This card also signifies a good time to get rid of your clutter. Living a cleaner life, focusing on details, and doing what needs to be done are now your focus. Other concerns would be your daily routine, 9 to 5 responsibilities, and mundane goings on that may need your attention. Getting organized will enable you to get to where you're going. So it's a time for organization. Your soul is wanting you to like really push forward. This card also suggests you need to be more reliable in your approach. Problems won't go away. You must work and they must be addressed. Are you avoiding? Rude. Michael goes, aren't you? What am I avoiding? I have dragged my feet on certain things, but I'm in compliance. He says, I'm just reminding you. Okay. Virgo is a gentle sign, typically mild in nature, with a fondness for small animals as well as feelings towards the plant world. Being at one with nature, noticing the important details, being fully present in your work, drawing upon the wisdom of the critical mind, as well as attention to health and diet, are all subjects associated with this card. So, those are things that you might need to, maybe not all of it, but some of those things might have stuck out to you. And maybe that's something your soul wants you to begin addressing at this point. Okay. All right, guys. This was a lovely. I almost forgot. I'm going to be live in a short second or so. If you want me to work on you tonight, I'm having a Blu-ray Flame tea party on TikTok. 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 Sorry. I meant to say TikTok at first, but then I was like, but that what? What? I'm going to be live on TikTok later tonight, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be offering all these different expedites. I don't remember what's in there. If you'd like to partake, simply click on the link or click on the QR code on the screen. And then also, before I go, for those who have been wanting to know my supplements, my workout stuff, the things I use at home to disinfect my life. No, I'm serious. Here is the link or the QR code if you want to click on that. It will take you to the page on my website where I've gone ahead and I've created what do you call it? links to Amazon products that I actually use. So it's not just like, oh, I use hypochlorous acid. Let me just find whatever hypochlorous acid. No, I actually went ahead and gave you the exact product that I use. It works really good. It works really good. So if you guys are curious about that, then go check that out. Will you be doing a portal event next Monday? I am. I'm doing the 9/9 portal next week. I need to work on the listing though. That hopefully will be available tonight or tomorrow. Once it's available, you simply go to this link right here. You can click the QR code or the link in the comment. That will take you to my Hoobie page. And my Hoobie profile has links to all my stuff, literally all my stuff, all my platforms, all my events, learning opportunities, really popular products, all of that. Oh, and for the people who are or have been patiently waiting for the crystals to become available from the Black Magic Revocation workshop, um, I'm also working on that to be loaded onto the website. So stay patient with me. It'll probably be loaded by this weekend. You'll start seeing I had bins upon bins upon bins in my office with me during the workshop. So all of those are going to be loaded. I know I promised you guys, so that will be available. It's going to be a lot. It's literally a lot. So yeah, that will be available. All right, guys, I gotta get going. I gotta go eat because I'm starting to get hangry, grumpy, growly. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. And of course, once again, join me tonight on TikTok, whether you buy anything or not, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you want work done, yes, buy something. But even if you don't, join me tonight on TikTok, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's always a hoot over there. It's always a hoot. Ooh. All right. I'll see you guys again very